Away we go. In the red, it's the #1 seeds, Anders Moll and Christian Sørum, affectionately known by us as the Beach Volley Vikings, who are just full of the joys of spring heading into this new season. And the Norwegians going up against the lucky loser Germans, the #19 seeds, Lucas Pfretzschner and Sven Winter. Aggressive players who've played really well at this tournament so far and will be fancying a little alarm call for the Norwegians late in the day. Simon Golding with you for this one. Thanks for joining us here on VBTV, and I'm delighted to say alongside me, former international player and coach Denise Austin. Denise, it's tough to bet against the Norwegians, but have Germany got a chance?
Well, coming into this tournament, it was all about Niels and Clemens. They got knocked out 1 and 2, and so now this is Germany's hope in the men's draw. We got 7 different nations in action in the quarterfinals. This team, they're more up to speed, shall we say. They've played 2 events so far. They haven't had the best of results, so this is one of their best results so far. So they're running at pace, and if there was a time to take on the Vikings, this might be it for them.
17th in Yucatan, 13th the Elite 16 in Quintana Roo. So they certainly have built their image coming into this one. They've improved things quite dramatically to get to this stage. And, Niels and Clemens, as Denise referred to, the German #1 team. Niels Ehlers and Clemens Wickler, team that managed to beat the Beach Volleyball Vikings in Paris in the semi-finals, which meant that they had to contest for bronze against Sherif and Ahmed. Ehlers and Wickler going on to contest against Orman and Helvig in the gold medal final, coming away with the silver. Germany have got some seriously good players out there right now, Denise.
They certainly have, and the depth is starting to sort of make itself known, and this team is definitely one to watch. Hopefully we'll get to see a lot more of them in the elite events coming forwards. Seeded 19th come into this, not in qualification. That's always a good spot to be in as well.
Well, they've not gone mad out of the blocks, Germany. They've kept it nice and calm. They're not taking on Sørum's defence. They're just chipping it off the block at the moment of Moll. There we go, one of the best attacking defenders that has ever played the game, Christian Sørum, with that glorious neutral arm swing of his.
And my maths was completely off there, Simon. They did come out of qualification, hadn't remembered to do the stats on that one, and they had to play Argentina. It's a 3-setter coming out 16-18. I cannot let that one go.
Well done.
Apologies.
Amieva and Bueno, the team they beat, the Argentinians.
Nothing like coming out of a squeaky qualifier to get into the main draw. You feel like, yeah, your luck's in.
Yes, you deserve to be there. You've earned your place.
Yeah.
They're earning their place at the start of this match. They're giving everything at the moment to Sørum, who continues to just put the ball down for fun. Look at this shot.
What I called an earlier game when they were playing against George and Simon from Brazil, and the attack lines that Sørum was coming in on, it was like, it was having fun. Okay, which way shall I go now? Okay, you're going to serve me there, you think I'm going to do this, but actually I'm going to run a different way. It's really interesting to watch the problem solving going on from Norway.
And nice to watch Germany mixing it up a bit there. As I said, both aggressive players, very powerful hitters, and particularly Sven Winter. He's got an evil angle, mind you. So is that man Sørum, who at the moment is going along steadily.
What was so funny there, Simon, it's a beautiful thing to watch. Just that arm pump from Moll, and you've got to watch Winter, the way he has to wiggle and waggle on the back of defence. It was quite funny seeing him trying to keep up.
Oh, service. It is one of the conundrums for me how Anders Moll doesn't serve multiple aces every match he plays, because the height, the contact point, all those things look so good for this man.
And especially now he's being kept out when they're going after Sørum. Why wouldn't you? Especially at the beginning of the game when you're all warmed up, you had a nice warm up, your arms kind of ready and firing to go.
Oh, footfall. When he probably would have got another ace there. That's unfortunate, but clear indications that Norway are going to go after their serves from this end when they can. They beat Georgian Simon of Brazil 2-0. They beat the Grimolts, cousins from Chile, by the same scoreline, and then they had a walkover in their round of 12 against the injured Brylem of Poland. So they are fresh and good to go.
We're talking about when they lost against USA in their Miles Partain and Andy Benish in Gstaad. And in that event, the amount of teams that took them to 3 and took lumps out of them, and they were absolutely exhausted, and they got through to that silver medal but lost, got through to the final but lost. The fact that they're in this like lightly run, it's like an Olympic Games, this kind of amount of thing. It's a different tempo, and it'd be interesting to see if Norway are they're doing all right at the moment, but if you feel that if Germany can get their serves on, especially from this end, because this is the end that is the slightly better end with the wind in your face, can they put their foot to the floor? You feel for that one, because the jump serves or more aggressive serving from this end would be better placed for Germany.
Well, both the German players have dabbled with defence, but can both block as well. Pfretzschner, the slightly shorter player at 1.93, gets beaten on that one, so we don't get to see his marvellous jump and arm swing. Second ace for Moll. Building nicely in set 1, Norway, without really having done much. Look at the athleticism to track that ball all the way from Moll. And Germany suddenly, as so many teams do against the beach volley Vikings, suddenly find themselves 4 down. Time out.
And this German team are trying to do creative things. You can see this movement, Winter coming in, then going out wide, but Moll's just got his eyes on him. He's following him. He's been up against some really fast-moving offense. So Germany are going to have to go wider. They have to go higher. They're going to have to put him under a lot more pressure if they're going to get through this Norwegian defence.
Keine Power da gerade.
Swedes watching on. Coach Rasmussen is anyway. Razzie in the background, just keeping an eye on things. Orman and Helvig involved in the other side of the draw. The Olympic champions. It's the former Olympic champions in red, about to restart with the serve. Joy this time. Feels, Denise, quite important that Moll and Sørum are still part of this next Olympic cycle.
If we're going to have a discussion about them being one of the greatest teams of all time, they need at least 3 Olympic medals in their bag to be in that discussion.
Gold and a bronze so far.
Well, the greatest player of all time, because Emmanuel's got 3.
Yeah, it's still open, isn't it? Still open for chat. Nice finish from Moll. And it's going to be fantastic if they are back in good physical shape, if they are focused on this season. We have the World Championships in Adelaide in November. They would love to retake that crown.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Will Sweden be able to wrestle it from them and be reigning Olympic and world champions? That would be the interesting thing about Adelaide.
Davide Crescentini's name strap is behind the score. He's our first referee from Italy. Down there on the sand from Uruguay, Rodrigo Alfonso Santa Cruz. So that's our referees looking after this one. It looks like they're going to have a fairly straightforward evening of it.
What I'm liking about the Norwegian is their adaptability as they get older. And we said this about the Spanish, Herrera and Gavira, how they adapted to the game as it came through and they kept on going. And you definitely feel that this Norwegian pair have got that mindset. Okay, if you can't beat them, we're going to join them. We're going to absorb things in. We're going to take things in. We've still got our straight up and down, but we can do more. And they are certainly showing that.
And that might be the fun for them. That might be the next thing that engages them, having had a period in their career where they dominated totally. bounce back is interesting, and well, that's exactly against what Germany were talking about in the last timeout. They were talking about no need to go so extreme. They were able to pick points off without having to find perfection. Tricky serve. Nicely done.
That was good. An offhand hit as well at pace.
Winter back to the line. Made his debut in 2019. He's on his 6th partner now. And these two look balanced as a team, that's for sure. But they've just been unable to capitalise on a good start in this opening set.
Yeah, Norway just consistently doing what they do. Ramp up the serve a little bit, keep the side out ticking over, force the errors.
It's good serving from Moll. Working hard from this end, that's a great swing. Really nice adjustment. Pfretzschner's got a huge arm on him.
What's so good is when you do get a bit of a take on the jump serve, it comes at you and you've wrestled it and you've got it under control, and you know the ball's coming back to you. You're using that momentum from the serve and putting it right back into the ball.
Older brother Hendrik watching kid brother Anders from the stands. They're no longer involved. Moll and Berntsen. The big bushy beard's a giveaway. Bit of patience here from Germany, and there's the fight. And there's the firepower. Good stuff from Pfretzschner again.
Yeah, persistent defence, good positional play, filling the spaces, getting back into the neutral zone if you needed to. Really hard work by Germany, but that's the way that they potentially might be able to edge back into the Norwegian offence, but they don't get it over again.
Not only a momentum killer, the serve in the net, it's a sentence killer.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
The sun is definitely throwing some pretty tough shadows.
Yeah, it's really glary down that far end. This makes it even tougher to play there. What a shot. Honestly, just got such a lovely clean arm swing. I'm going to keep going on about it. And when you ally that with a decent jump, he gets head and shoulders above the net and gives it a fearful whack, this Pfretzschner.
So crisp. And it comes at you quicker because it's moving so fluidly as well. You can see Moll there thought, I've got plenty of time here. He gets his hands on it, but he's got no chance of controlling it.
Let's see if they fancy a change here. Right, they stick it on Sørum again. Well defended. Oh, wow.
Oh.
That's a beautiful set. That's really unlucky.
Boo.
Referee's decision is final. Far be it from us to criticise, but we do have some sympathies with Lucas Pfretzschner there, because that was a beautiful piece of handling. No, and then they let a pass go. Oh, that's a swing. I thought Moll had him there, but Winter finds a way through.
That was really nicely done, because the commitment to that set, and it went really zigzagly. He had to pivot and do completely. Probably wanted to put his hands on it and show the referee. It adjusted really well, and good backup by the attacker, but not backing up. They're doing some incredible stuff, but it's not being backed up on the service line, and that is hurting them. That's the time when you've done something magical. If you can just make them play again, minimum.
Got to dig in here, Germany. Do nicely. Another wrong hand hit. Winter puts it away on the option.
Nicely done. I mean, Sørum's doing his best. He's got a couple of steps to it, but he was a little bit behind the play. Just an unusual shape.
Certainly caught Sørum out. Well, he's had his injury problems and personal family issues as well with the passing of his mother. It's been a really tough time for Christian Sørum over the last 4 years or so. But I have to say, he looks as strong and as fresh as I've seen him in a long time.
Yeah, I would agree. German boys love a little bit of spectacular. They bring out a little bit of flair at this point, do something really just different to kind of bring those practices onto the court.
Yes, there's a couple of players out there that can put some serious heat through this Mikasa, and Mol is one of them.
Oh, that was fun. What angle that you can hit at. You've got to love. This is what you come for.
It's weird, that's the angle. If he's going to make an error, that's the angle he makes it on, but when he gets it right, it disappears. What a player. Out. Well, that's unfortunate. Germany let that slip away then, and 21-15 is very comfortable. So they haven't conceded a set yet, Norway. They are marching on to the semi-finals undeterred.
The Germans have played Norway once before, but they got injured out the last time they played. So they must, although they were losing, they're probably going to go down in 2. As we take a look at the statistics there, nothing overly, just the errors from Germany gifted to Norway. That 5 more, that makes a big difference. Going back to being injured out when you get the seldom chance to play against the team of Norway, these volleyball Vikings. Any chance you get, it's so exciting for the younger players coming through. And then when you get injured out, even though you probably were going to lose, it didn't finish properly. And so now this is their chance. They've been waiting for this moment, and a little bit out of sorts, not as fluid, probably wanted to play too much, you know. And so hopefully they can settle down now. Got the first set nerves. Just get right back into it now, Germany.
It was a poor playing start. They went down 19-11 in the second, and then the injury happened. Tough end to start though for Germany. Away we go then with the second set. So far so good for the Beach Volley Vikings, the #1 seeds Anders Mol and the man serving, Christian Sørum, have the lead against this German pairing at the far end. Well, if you need a reminder of what Lucas Pfretzschner can do, that is a serious jump.
And it's lovely movement from the pass on the back set, working the longer run, moving the defence around.
Lucas Pfretzschner and partner Sven Winter. Gamekeepers turn poachers, defenders turn blockers. It's normally the other way round, but we're seeing more and more of this. We're seeing more defenders give it a go at the net.
I think sometimes they start off smaller and they just go through a later growth spurt, and the program, the managers, the coaches go, actually, do you know what? We could use you somewhere else right now. There's definitely no shortage of defenders, but tall enough blockers, that's the harder conundrum to find.
Easy leave for Sørum. Germany might try him for a little bit longer in this second set, but after that it's probably worth giving Mol a go. Nicely done. Good finish again from
Unbelievably Pfretzschner. High contact. He creates so much opportunity to go where he needs, and I like in his off pace as well, when he can feel Mol pressing.
He's the same height as Pablo Herrera, 193, and he jumps like Herrera in the old days. Ooh, an error from Sørum. There we go, frame it, put it on the wall. Oh no. What's happened here? Lines judge getting involved. Well, Norway think they've still lost the point. Yes, they have. Don't think Germany would have been able to take that one if it had gone against them.
Maybe the line judge twitched the other way and wanted to double check, which I think sometimes you have to. If the line judge has seen something, it's always good just to rule it out, or just listen and then do what you want.
Oh, what a throwdown. That's a really massive leap into the line from Winter, and he gets kind of a spiking action on it as well.
It's fantastic work. The play before, he'd forced Sørum out. He'd also landed and turned, so he put pressure on Sørum's attack, and that was a fantastic move. And then he backed it up with beautiful watching, and this time he's caught hold of Sørum. Sørum's going to have to go heavy and hard. And that was a little present. They'll serve Mol instead.
Serve him tougher than that. A super spike from Anders Mol. Mol trying to do something similar to Sven Winter, but just couldn't quite extend those gadget arms far enough.
Germany not electing to go on the second ball. Still going for the set, but running it through the middle, so open up a bigger line for themselves.
Smooth, very smooth. He's still got plenty of power when he needs it.
Absolutely. Just give him a little bit more time, Mol, after setting a little bit faster and had to go for the short plays. We knew that he needed that hammer again, and then he just set him up for it.
Lovely hit. Well, Pfretzschner has really got into some great form in this second set.
Really fluid release as well. Beautifully done. Just taking that middle, go on partner, and you could see they set it up as soon as he called him off.
Trying to back it up with some better serving. How does he do it? How does he swing that hard from that neutral position?
He's got a unique arm swing. It's like a hammer. It literally goes up, but it's the throwing of the snap as well. You can hear there's a little bit off it, a little bit crisp, and a little bit away.
Nice. Very nice. Out come the circus tricks. And Swedish coach Razi, watching in the background, would have enjoyed that one.
This is what I was waiting for from this team. I knew they've got it in. I've watched their Instagram highlights. I've seen the kind of training they're doing. They're playing with all kinds of funky timings and tempos and contacts. And this is where they're going to have fun.
Norway didn't appreciate the skills in that last rally. Just having a long chat with referee Crescentini about the handling. Old school. Nice high set for Sørum to crunch away.
And it's always so nice when you have a go at the referee and then you go, this is how it should be done. And it just delivers a wonderful set.
Poor old referees, they do have a tough time of it sometimes, but you can understand players are putting in a huge amount of effort to get to this level, and then it comes down to these massive games, and sometimes for players it feels like it comes down to individual points, and that's a good change up on the serve, catching Winter high in the chest, and you should never get caught on the midline.
No, it should have. Maybe the sun's caught him out a little bit as well. I think I'd give him some credit for that, because he definitely looked like he was not himself.
Oh. Well, somehow he found a way through.
And statistically, Sørum's going in the right way, so you kind of don't get the touch, but you're moving in the right direction. It's always what you've got to tell yourself as a defender if you miss it.
Very well played, Germany. 2-point lead. It's come back somehow, and it's going to come back again. Good call from Mol. Not bad effort from Germany. They've made Norway play that 3 times, but it's taken a bit of gas out of the German legs, I think.
It was definitely harder to defend than it was to be on the attack, and Norway, Mol especially right there, just took Christian off that ball. I want this one. You're getting all the pressure. Let me take it off of you. But Germany, scurrying. They're playing well. They're in a nice zone right now.
Trying to burn as much time as they possibly can there to suck some air back in these humid conditions. Oh, not far away, and that would have been a clean ace.
And that's why you wipe your sunglasses and don't rush back. Just make Mol wait a little bit longer and you never know.
Listen to Auntie Denise, kids. Unbelievable, isn't it? I wonder how many times defenders think they've got him to only find that they were a centimetre short again.
It's that space-time conundrum that Christian Sørum solves better than anyone. It's like, where are you? What kind of pace do I have to put? What kind of angle do I need to make sure that you can't get this ball?
Like it, another handy swing from Pfretzschner.
I feel like we've seen this before, though, from Norway, where they go at someone, they keep swinging, they keep swinging, they keep swinging, then they forget about Mol because they're getting through, and then all of a sudden Mol goes bosh, 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 and turn this second set. So Germany got to be a little careful.
Nice, very smooth. And off we go to the technical timeout. Norway still in touch despite Germany's very best efforts, but Germany certainly have an opportunity here. Certainly a healthier point swarm from Germany's point of view.
That's crucial with Norway. It's just keeping them close. It's so hard to make a comeback. So this is good for Germany.
Well, lots of teams impressing us as we see the draw open up at the start of this next Olympic 4 years. The Olympiad looks like it's going to bring us a really wide open set of events. But the team that is on everybody's tongue at the moment, the Cuban pair, Diaz and Alaya, Denise, are just out of this world at the moment.
And having so much fun being out of this world as well.
Cubans trying to get themselves through to another semi-final. Nicely done. Looks more commonplace now, the jump set. It's not massively new. It's been around for a while, but it just isn't employed as regularly. And it's nice to see teams just developing it and feeling natural about the whole process.
Definitely, and the younger players, Pfretzschner and Winter, have been around with the young Swedes. They've seen them coming through and they've seen what they've done with it and they've just absorbed it. The same with the Austrians, they're bringing it in. The French, all the younger generation of players are doing it. More so on the men's game. Valentina Guattari definitely bring it in. Ronja Klinger bringing it in. So the slightly younger players, the stronger players, those kind of physical players that love to kind of do something different, and it also just shows a different picture, so it's harder to defend.
Germany squeezing another point out of Christian Sørum. And then goes back to that dastardly angled shot. But this is a real opportunity now. Germany have got themselves a good lead here. This is a lead they can work with. Side out's crucial right now for the team in Tangerine. Nice, very nice. They're getting the basics absolutely right at the moment, Germany.
And that goes down to keep exploding as you jump, keep exploding. He's been hitting it so well that he's pinned Sørum, and Mol is up early, so that space is wide open for him over the block.
Pfretzschner serves after making the good side out. Puts Sørum deep. Norway out of system here. And Winter grabs hold of it twice. And then a good aggressive swing, but he's just dropped into the net, Pfretzschner. He's going to get called for that. Or is he? No. Davide Crescentini, having looked like he was signalling a net touch. It's gone Germany's way, and Norway not going to be happy about this.
He did signal it, Simon. I saw it. Maybe it was Twitch and it was wrong. Let's have a look.
It's not there.
Here it is.
It's not there. It's here. And it's dead before he's touched the net.
That's when the kids
Wow.
having an argument. You've got to say, bring me
Wow.
the film. And if they haven't got the film, then it's really hard to have this argument.
Yellow card, Norway. And Germany have to handle this right now. So they've got to rise out of Norway, which is not easy to do. They've got them nibbling. Now what you have to do is impose yourself from here, because Norway will be focused now. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that from Sørum. Goodness me.
And that's their ability. Ball, let this do the talking.
Still a 3-point lead. If you'd offered that to Germany at the start of this set, they'd have bitten your hand off. We know what the script says here. It's Mol to get a few blocks, but Germany trying to make sure he can't settle.
That was a lovely pass. A width in the pass, going to the net. Typically, they've been setting that through the middle. This time, Mol a little bit more laboured coming in. Not quite there. Go for the second. It's not the sharpest of hits. It's not the fastest, but it's got a certain poignancy about it.
Bit of spice just been thrown on this game. And Norway are in danger of losing their first set in this tournament. Well, the scene is set. The scene is set for the big man to put up the monster block. Here we go. Well, that's a great retrieve from Germany, but Mol with super feet to get himself into a hittable position. And a great dig again. Oh, this is terrific stuff. What a rally. Germany can win the point now. No, 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 no. Just that little bit of fatigue on that last jump.
Phenomenal, and it all came from that early block. You called it, Simon. The block was going to happen. They didn't win it immediately, and Norway had to work incredibly hard. Germany were so creative in their defence, but just didn't play on long enough.
Right, Sørum's in the game now. Mol's jumping out of the gym as usual. Germany have to fashion a shot that Sørum can't get to. That'll do it. That'll do it. Ripper. Absolute ripper from Pfretzschner.
And that is that wide pass and back to the middle set, opening up a bigger line again. Mol can't take all of it. Really nice, consistent strategy from Germany.
And just to qualify for our viewers, that's wide pass, and not what you may have thought, Denise said.
Oh, sorry. Oops.
Nice. Okay, Germany have got to work for this now. This is not going to be easy from here.
Mol usually can turn that bit of spice into something special. And right now, winding up with the wind.
Yeah, looks like he might be sorting this out with the jump serve if he can. It's a good hit. Great ball control. Oh, no. And they just couldn't get it into a window for Sørum, and now he looks like he's feeling the pace.
That was an incredible pickup. It went through the uprights of Mol's block. It was a beautiful late reaction, but Mol had to put out really high, so Sørum didn't have the kind of the ability to really look and get that shot going clean.
Well played, Germany. Set 3 is a reality now. Great pokey defence. Good touch though from Mol. He still gets a decent swing on that, and well played. Double blocks rarely work in this game, and Pfretzschner knew there was plenty of space available. And Sørum is suffering down there. Something's happened over those last couple of rallies, and he doesn't look comfortable.
A couple of sets have been a lot higher, and he's really struggled to get himself lined up on the point of contact. Definitely, and it's fatigue, Simon. The humidity is tough. So if you are in those extended rallies, and Germany are doing a fantastic job of keeping Norway having to play it over and over again, it slowly starts to wear you down. And they finally got the breakthrough physically. They've got the breakthrough strategically. Now it's coming physically, and this is tough for Norway.
like we've been talking them up. We always talk them up because they are that good. They are the superstars of the last 8 or so years. But we mustn't ignore just how good Germany have been in this second set.
If Sørum's hurting it, I would expect Anders to try and take more seconds from this point on.
Yeah. And Sørum has the pass to be able to manufacture that kind of supply. Good serve. He's on it. He's coming back. Mol takes control. And takes it to the sand. So fine from Norway. But going down to that trickier end, I don't think this is going to be easy to save it from here. I think we're going to 3.
Positional defence from Germany has been so good in terms of understanding where Sørum's going to go. They've done their homework, they've poised themselves. Now they've just got to keep the side out ticking over and not let Mol get involved at the net.
It'll do. Again, just a little bit outside the box. And it allows Germany to get to 4 set points. Very well played by Pfretzschner and Winter. Can they apply the finishing touch? The answer is emphatically yes. What a bounce back from Germany. 21-16, and they hand Norway their first set defeat at this tournament.
Wonderful play. So excited for the German fans. They would have been disappointed when they lost their silver medalist out in the earlier rounds, but now Pfretzschner, Winter flying the flag for Germany, taking a set off Norway, bringing in some better defensive strategies, going after Sørum, breaking him down. It's the war of attrition. It's a long game, and if they can stay in it, which they have done, they've really rallied. Some scrappy rallies weren't going their way. Eventually they have.
Well, I didn't see that coming, I must admit. I thought Norway were going to cruise it the way they played in set number 1, but now they find themselves in a very tough fight, and the likes of Orman and Helvig will be more than happy to see them tested all the way in a tough 3-setter. It's our tournament venue. Middle of your picture, right on this promontory that runs alongside the 3rd lagoon to the left here in Saquarema. We've got ourselves a rather tasty court 2 encounter to finish off our coverage. Germany have played out of their skins to force this game into a tiebreaker set to 15 points against the team in red. And a nasty swing from Anders Mol to start things off for the number 1 seeds. Norway then, Christian Sørum and Anders Mol fighting to stay in the tournament now after a brilliant second set from Pfretzschner and Winter. They are the past masters at extricating themselves from a tricky spot. And that'll do nicely for starters, and Germany will be kicking themselves. So important, Denise, you keep the foot on the throttle coming in to the big set.
I know, no mercy at this point, but it's Norway showing no mercy. Okay, we've had a target on our back. We've had it for a long time right now. We know exactly what to do.
Saw a brief shot there of Anders Mol's cousin, Mathias Berntsen, watching on. Brother Hendrik Mol also keeping a close eye on what's happening here on court 2.
And it's the problem solving that has to happen for Germany right now. Okay, where are we? What's happening? What do we need to do to get ourselves out of it? What are they doing to us? How do we manufacture a good, clean shot at goal?
Good serve. Well, that is a stunning get-out-of-jail-free card.
I'm sure they completely felt like they got everything covered that he could possibly hit from that angle, and yet there it was.
No, they left that one grain of sand exposed. 3-1, Norway, good start in the race to 15. Side switches on 5, so they'll be down to this end where they've enjoyed serving. And they'll be down there with a 1-point lead. Nicely done by the German pair, but they're on the back foot a little here in the early phase.
It's the living and dying by this system of play. When you are playing it wider, the sets come from further, and so there's a bit of a greater margin of error that can happen. So Germany have got to be a little careful. They don't keep the Norwegian service under pressure, under control.
Good dig. Just unlucky. Couldn't keep it the right side, Pfretzschner.
Christian not releasing Anders on that second ball.
Well, after looking machine-like in set one, Germany have really tested Sørum's pass in the second. They need to get through this phase, Germany, with the scores still close. Very important that they switch back down to this end with just a point difference.
Still jumping incredibly high at the net, able to work angles around Mol. Mol is probably getting a bit miffed at the moment.
Yeah, nice. He was running out of court one way, so he's done very well to hook that across his body and in.
We've been waiting for that one. That was a nice move from Anders. Ability to pivot, drop the shoulder, find the space.
Cross court block, so call is changed. This is the big one. It's defended, but it's not over the net. Nicely covered by Germany, and another tricky physical rally for Norway.
And Germany doing just enough, pushing Christian backwards so that defence pokey wasn't as good as he needed it to be.
If Germany can get round at 5-all, they'll be loving it. They can. No, Mol comes to the rescue, as he so often does. So it's a 2-point lead for Norway as they go up to the trickier end with the sun in their eyes.
And Anders finally just looking like he can see what they're doing. And this is the test. This is well played, Germany, that Norway haven't looked in control at the net up until deep into this point of the game.
Right, really important phase for both teams here. Norway want to impose themselves. Germany need to side out straight away and then get to work from serve, but it's not going to happen. Norway too good. And how many times have we seen this from the highest seeded teams on the Beach Pro Tour? They just know when to turn it on.
And it's recognising the shapes that the other side have pulled. They pulled it before and it was faster, it was more clinical into the corners, but they see it coming. And then when Germany pulled it then, they could see it, but it was slower and it wasn't as executed so well. So Norway are just waiting for that moment. And that's part of the game, learning to get the statistics, the mental vision, like the kind of video clips in your mind. Okay, here it is, here it's coming. I know what he's going to do. Got him.
Time out, Germany. I think it's one of the toughest things to do as an up-and-coming team. You've managed to steal a set off one of the best teams that has ever played the game. You mustn't just settle for that. You've got to try and find the mentality to push on from there.
Very wise, Simon. You feel like you've hit the hill. Yeah, I've got to set off them. How good was that? And that's not enough.
Norway with a handy cushion here. Oh, he's still getting away with it, Pfretzschner. He has got some hang time.
And Mol's getting closer and closer more consistently now.
Outside the antenna, that one definitely was.
Germany cannot afford to not make them play.
key. Just incredible. That is so smooth.
Oh, that was well played. Winter was under pressure. He looked like he was going with his hands, realised it was coming too fast, had to backpedal and kick away at a set, so it made it difficult to read exactly where that was going to end up. So well played, Germany.
This time they do make Sørum play. He's out of system, he's struggling, and Pfretzschner's on it. They've got to finish this. And the call is fine, but the execution is out. That is painful.
Oh, I don't think anyone can believe that at home. The German fans, family tuning in will be heart in the mouth at that moment. There was an opportunity there. But it's the mole effect. Just makes you think you've got to go further and not wider and deeper.
Good movement from Mol. But just couldn't get to the second one, so Germany managed to side out, but it's not going to be as easy to score points from that top end.
I love that recycle though, with the hands releasing that second ball set. Good creativity from Germany.
Tough serve. They're doing all the right things against Sørum, who's just having to use all of his superpowers at the moment to keep the scoreboard turning.
That is such an exquisite cut of the ball. The way he sliced that to go and fall just up and over without anyone touching it.
Nice crowd of coaches and players gathering around the court. Word's gone out that this one's gone to the tiebreaker. Oh, he just knows. He just has this unerring ability to shut the match down at the net.
And it's the gathering, the looking, the speed with which they're moving at, and as soon as Germany have started to move slightly less than full pace, Mol can be just behind it and then smother it.
Great dig, great hit. Fortunate that it popped up in the right window for Winter, but he's buried it.
Exciting though, Sørum on that one, that was a nice touch. But this is it now, Germany. Where's the pressure going to come from?
Oh, he's in his way. Can't get there. And Norway just take it a little bit deeper. 4-point cushion now should be enough. I expect at this moment, Denise, they're very glad they didn't have to play Brühl and Wozniak earlier today.
I know, exactly. They knew that this could be an exciting time for Winter and Pfretzschner coming in, getting to go against the Volleyball Vikings again, and they really pushed back incredibly hard. But Christian Sørum in this set has sliced and diced Germany, and they've not had the courage to run those lines down.
That's out as well, and it's just a slightly tired looking German duo now, struggling to score points in this final set.
Just have to think they're hurting as hard as we are. I know that they played twice as many matches, so they've got to ignore that, but they can come back. There is a way.
He's gone left hand for the third time in the game. Wrong hand option from Winter, very nice. Big push required from Germany. Out, no touch off the hands. Oh, Christian Thieni's given it.
That's a tough call.
That is a really tough call, and Sven Winter's out on his feet. He can't quite believe what's happening out there. Referees come on to try and get him off the sand and get him to play, but second time in the match, I think Germany can feel aggrieved. Got to keep it together though, boys. Got to try and keep it together. That's the other part of being a professional. Don't throw it away. Well, they did. Straight into the block of Mol. It's a tough finish to the game. Now they've got to try and take a deep breath and just shake the hands of the Norwegians.